The mission of the School District of Springfield Township is to educate and develop all students as learners and citizens who are high achieving, resilient, and responsible in a changing global community. And I will add a comment here, having attended and enjoyed the graduation ceremonies. That was the mission in real life, as we saw our students achieve and accept their diploma with 100% graduation rate this year. So congratulations to the entire student body and administration and staff for a job well done. Let's do roll call, Ms. Green.
Dr. Aberly, Mrs. Bell,
Here.
Mr. Brett,
Here.
Katie Davenport,
Here.
Mr. DeFranco, Mr. Jordan, Mrs. McGranahan,
Here.
Mr. Needleman,
Here.
Mr. Bedard.
Here. And just one announcement to add, the board at its discretion may videotape all or any portion of public board meetings subject to the limitations in Policy 006 meetings. Board meetings will be broadcast on Friday afternoon following each board meeting. With that, I will turn it over to Dr. Yannicone for our superintendent report.
Thank you, Mr. Bedard, and thank you everyone for viewing and attending tonight. The school year came to a close on Friday for our students and yesterday for our 10-month staff. We wish them all a wonderful summer vacation. We'd also like to recognize Juneteenth this Friday, a national holiday and an opportunity to celebrate the end of slavery in 1865, and also a day to rededicate ourselves to our equity vision here in Springfield Township. I want to share that our extended school year program will begin on Monday, July 6th and run through Thursday, August 6th. And we're very grateful to our 12-month staff for their efforts this summer to get ready for the 26-27 school year, which begins with fall sports on August 10th, new teacher induction and teacher in-service August 24th, and the return of students on August 31st. It's right around the corner. So have a great summer, and we'll see you soon. Under agenda items, in human resources, I want to thank Emily Kerr and her team, along with our administrators, for working diligently this spring to get a jump on the hiring season. We have a few positions yet to fill for the fall, but overall, we're in great shape. I also want to point out that there is a motion for a new company called AT Vantage, LLC. This is recommended athletic trainer services at the middle school and high school, which will improve our delivery model for all programs. We used to use a contracted service for athletic trainers. We went to a full-time staff member here in the district, but given the shortage of athletic trainers regionally and nationwide, we feel this is a more effective opportunity for us moving forward. Under academic affairs, I know KD is going to provide a full report on the June 1st meeting, but I do want to note that we have a resolution where the administration, and specifically I, am requesting the board to add a subsequent motion on a confidential student matter related to school discipline. Given that this is the final meeting of the school year, we would like you to vote for the resolution and then vote on the subsequent motion tonight. Under finance, we have the final budget resolution for 26-27. I want to once again thank Kara Green and her team for their work with all of our staff in bringing a budget forward that meets the needs of our students while remaining within the Act 1 index. There are also 4 motions related to tax collection dates and rebate programs for seniors and volunteer firefighters. You'll find 2 annual insurance renewals. There are no changes to the insurance factors. I just wanted you to know they're an annual renewal for us. And then we have 2 motions that allow our business office, and specifically Ms. Green, to conduct business over the summer months while the board is out of session. And then under property, you'll find 2 change orders for the middle school project. One for the mechanical room work that was discussed at a recent property committee meeting, and the other an HVAC unit ventilator installation adjustment that is requiring overtime and some design adjustments in order to meet our timeline, which is to have the overwhelming majority of our classrooms ready and completed with their new HVAC systems by the time school starts. And then I also want to share that the middle school project is on track financially and by timeline, with just under $700,000 left in the contingency and allowance budgets following tonight's votes. If you're able to see your way forward to approve those 2 change orders. And with that, I'll conclude my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Dr. Yannicka? All right, thank you for the update. On the topic of the middle school, we were able earlier tonight to tour the middle school and the progress. There are some pretty stunning and exciting updates that I think our students in particular are going to be excited about next year, but certainly the staff who work there day in and day out as well. So project is coming along nicely. I did want to add one other announcement before we get into our reports, and that is we started the meeting about 15 minutes late this evening. Apologies. We had an executive session that went long before the meeting and covered 3 confidential topics. Year-end informational updates from the administration team, a legal matter, and then our annual required school safety and student safety presentation. So again, those are important topics and went a little bit long. So thank you for that. All right, I think we may have some year-end updates from our homeschool partners.
Okay. Is on. Hi. It is. Okay. Thank you. Nicole Willis here as a co-president of EEHSP to share with you information of what we've been doing with Enfield and Erdenheim in the spring. As you know, it was a very, very busy spring. Moving into May, we had our 5th grade dance committee hosted the luau party for the 5th graders, giving them a chance to enjoy a night together and dance before moving on to middle school. We also showed our appreciation for the Enfield and Erdenheim staff with a luncheon and dessert bar at each school, as well as a make-your-own bouquet station as a thank you for helping our students bloom. We coordinated with the secondary HSP to provide the transportation staff with the morning breakfast sandwiches, coffee, and juice. Families joined us for the 2nd annual Arteme Art Show at Erdenheim, organized by Mrs. Forjan, with support from our Arts and Schools Committee Chair. Families were able to purchase professionally framed artwork that the students had worked on in class with Mrs. Forjan, enjoy a craft, and take fun photos against a rainforest-themed backdrop that was made by Mrs. Forjan and the students. We also hosted a pizza kit fundraiser. Families could purchase a pizza kit with dough, sauce, cheese, and were able to make their own pizzas at home. We appreciate Dr. Markle and Mr. Fleming for allowing us to set up our drive-through pickup on the steps of Enfield. Made it really easy. We had our annual carnival at the end of May, which was a huge success. We were very fortunate to have very nice weather, and families enjoyed carnival games and food, bounce houses, a foam party, a bake sale, cotton candy, the trackless train, mini golf, and new this year a Gaga pit, which, as you can expect, went over pretty well. Music and raffle baskets. We always provide also a sensory space in the music room for anyone that needs a break from the action, and that had a lot more visitors this year, so we were happy with how that went. We just want to extend a big thank you to all of the high school and middle school students who volunteered for the carnival. We could not have provided so many attractions without their help, and we really appreciate their donating their time. We also want to give a thank you to our outgoing carnival chairperson, Jonathan Bykowski, who has spent the past several years organizing this amazing event, and also to the parent volunteers who assisted, as well as the families who donated goods to the bake sale. We finished up our year with the 5th grade pool party at Orland Swim Club, which followed the 5th grade moving up ceremony. Students enjoyed food and treats and a cool dip in the pool on a very hot day. During the last week of school, our 5th graders also had their yearbook signing party with the Kona Water Ice truck, and they received their class gift, a Spartan branded water bottle. Due to the success of our soft pretzel fundraiser sale that we did all throughout the year, the yearbooks, class gift, the Kona truck were provided at no cost to the families, and we were also able to provide balloon decorations for the moving up ceremony. At this moment, we're working to wrap up our fiscal year and get reimbursements to the final teacher requests that are coming in and start our planning for the next school year. We also held our elections, and we will be retaining most of our same board. We have 2 members heading off to other schools, but we did vote in a replacement for a volunteer coordinator, and we're excited in year 2 for us to all know a little bit more about what it takes to organize these events. So thank you.
That is incredible amount of activity. So thank you on behalf of the board for all the effort. Any comments or questions? Gang?
Thank you.
Yeah, I do. I actually want to add a comment, which is A lot of the data that we track on like how are the students doing in school has to do with belonging and really feeling like this is a place they feel safe and connected and enjoy. And so much credit goes to what the administration does and what the students, excuse me, what the teachers and faculty do. But I want you guys to get a big piece of this credit. The homeschool partnership has always been a place that fosters that belonging. So thank you for all the work you put in.
Thank you we really appreciate the comment. That's what we're striving for, and it's really great to hear that feedback. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you. All right, do we have anyone representing the secondary, excuse me, yes, the secondary homeschool partnership online? No? Okay, well, same comment to you guys. You're doing great. All right, next up, we have an academic affairs report out from Katie Davenport.
Good evening. I am going to report on our Monday, June 1st meeting, which took place at 4 o'clock. Present were Dr. Aberley, Mrs. Bell, myself, Mr. Brett, Dr. Yannicone, Dr. Johnston, our student representative, Gus May, and Dr. Lutz. We began by formally acknowledging both Gus and Jordana Albanese as our student representatives this year. We really appreciate their consistent participation, their thoughtful feedback, and their commitment to representing the student perspectives. It was extremely valuable to have them. Thank you if you're listening. Number 2, Dr. Yannicone presented a proposed revision to our 26-27 calendar, just a little change because there was a conflict between prom and Passover. The proposal moves a student half day from April 23rd to April 30th, which is the revised prom date. And the committee supports forwarding this calendar amendment to the board for your approval this evening. Next, we heard about our district joining on to provide the PDE seal of biliteracy to our students. This is a award that recognizes students who are proficient in 2 languages, English and another language, and it honors and celebrates those students for that achievement. It requires a student to pass or to get a certain score, for example, on an AP English and also on an AP World Language exam, or if that's not available, on some other language exam. There are some financial considerations in what it takes to confer this award on students. Our students already get the Keystone and AP exams at no cost to themselves. The district provides the AP exam funding. Sometimes if they would need to take a course outside of the AP course, we would pay for that if we approve this. Those costs range between $25 and $50 per test. This year we have 6 applicants who may be eligible for this, so the financial cost is small. We hope that if we pass this, that this year in our class of 2026, we'll be able to award a seal for our eligible graduates. Some are still awaiting on their scores, but if they achieve it, they will get an updated diploma with the seal. And beginning in 2027, we'll be able to recognize students at the senior award ceremony, as well as a notification on their diploma. So our committee supports approval of this tonight. We had contract proposal for Linkit, which is our data warehouse system that we've used for many years. Committee is in support of forwarding that to you tonight. We also got a presentation of our next year's K-12 student handbooks. These student handbooks are updated every year. 2 notable updates: sign of the times. We have other kinds of recording devices added. For example, you might be recording through your glasses, so that language is added, and language around food delivery services and not having them for students. We support moving forward with these student handbooks. Finally, code of conduct, no major changes, but we as the board will need to approve it, and we suggest that we do. There was no public comment, and we will meet sometime in fall 2026 at a date not yet determined. That is my report.
Well done. Very comprehensive report. Any comments or questions? All right, thank you. We now move on to public comments on agenda items. Mr. Needleman.
Thank you, Mr. Bedard. At this time, we'll take public comment on agenda items. I do not see that anyone who is joining us in person has signed up to speak, so I'll look to the folks joining us online and see if they want to speak. I'll ask the folks joining us online to raise a digital hand if you do want to speak. While we're waiting for that, I'll just remind everybody we do have a three-minute time limit on your comment, and we'll just ask that you identify where you live in the district at the beginning of your comment. I don't see any hands raised, and no one is joining us in person. So who has signed up to speak, that is. So I'll turn it back over to you. Thank you, Mr. Bedard.
Okay, thank you. First, we just have approval of a couple of procedurals here. We have approval of minutes from our May 5th, 2026 interim meeting. Recommended action, the Board of School Directors approves the board minutes from the May 5th, 2026 interim meeting. Do I have a motion? Thank you. A second. Any comments or questions? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? We are good. Next, we have another approval of minutes. The recommended action, the Board of School Directors approves the board minutes from the May 18th, 2026 regular board meeting. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Any abstentions? And finally, we have our approval of the treasurer's report. Recommended action here is the Board of School Directors approves the May 2026 treasurer's report found in the attachment. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions on the report? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. And any abstentions? Okay, thank you. That concludes our procedural. We'll move into human resources. We have a couple of items here under personnel and HR contracts. The first item recommended by the administration, the Board of School Directors approves the following personnel as presented in the attachment 2026-06-16. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second. Any comments or questions on the personnel? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? Personnel file is good. Next item under human resources recommended from the administration. The Board of School Directors approves the updated rate sheet with Delta T Group Incorporated to update rates of pay for as-needed related service supports effective August 25th, 2026 through July 1st, 2027. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second. Any comments or questions on Delta T? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? Very good. We are good with Delta T. Next item under human resources is Advantage LLC. Recommended action here. The Board of School Directors approves the master service agreement with Advantage LLC for athletic training staffing services for the 2026-2027 school year for the total amount of $122,500. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? I do have one question on this athletic training. Is this supplemental to the internal staff or replacing an existing position?
This is a replacement, so there will not be internal staff next year, all contracted services.
And I may have missed this from another memo. Is that a long-term plan or an interim plan or to be revisited?
We'll continue to assess from year to year what our needs are. We'll see how we do with AT Vantage. Previously, we have had contracted services. We had made a decision to move to internal, but we had such a difficult time, in particular, staffing the middle school, that we made the decision that we'd go back to contracted services.
Yeah, great. Any other comments or questions? I now want to comment that the name makes more sense when you say at T Vantage and it's athletic training. So I'm now totally up to speed on this item and ready to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right, we're good on AT Vantage. Now moving on to academic affairs. We have attached, just a informational. We have attached conferences that have been approved for staff in the district in accordance with district policies and procedures. So that's for the board to review, but no vote needed. We also have field trips for our information that have been attached, and they are approved for students of the districts in accordance with district policies and procedures. Next up, we have an overnight field trip for review. The recommended action this evening is the Board of School Directors approves the high school football team overnight trip to East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, July 16th through July 18th, 2026, to visit East Stroudsburg University. The cost per student is $300, and the Booster Club will supplement as needed. Students will engage in team building and skill development. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? Field trip is good. And we have the approval of an exchange student. Recommended action here. The Board of School Directors approves the enrollment of a foreign exchange student from Belgium, sponsored by Rotary Youth Exchange for the 2026-2027 school year, with details in the attachment. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions?
I have a question. I'm assuming this is a high school student. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right. We are good for our visiting exchange student. Next, an item for Comprehensive Learning Center Incorporated with a recommended action as follows. Board of School Directors approves the tuition agreement with Comprehensive Learning Center Incorporated for the 2026-2027 school year for student 2026-0616-01 for the total amount of $159,000. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right, we're good on Comprehensive Learning Center. Our next item is Link It. The recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors, upon the recommendation of the Academic Affairs Committee, approves the agreement with Link It for the district's comprehensive data warehouse systems for 2026-2027 for a total cost of $47,074.60. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? Is the pronunciation Link IT?
It is not.
It is not? Okay.
Just like it.
Link It. Okay.
There isn't a standard rule like the English language.
Okay.
I do have a question. So I think there's a piece in here that basically says there's going to be some additional costs that are finalized at a later date. Will that will come back here for approval, I'm assuming.
Dr. Johnston, do you want to try to?
I'm not sure with that question.
So it
move the
says,
attachment?
yes.
Okay.
So it says the price of Navi has not yet been finalized. The price of $1 per student for yet to be determined amount for usage. We will follow up later
It's
this
the
week.
AI. Come.
The dollar per student has been finalized. The number of students who we serve next year has not yet been
Okay.
finalized.
Fine.
Because we haven't started next year yet. That
So-
would be my guess.
Okay, so will it come back for revision or is it?
No.
Okay, all right, thank you.
But the upward bound on that is known. It would be whatever our final served student count would be. So there would be no excess from the vendor. It would be our choice.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense. Great question. Any other comments or questions? Okay. On the topic of Linkit, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? All right, we're good there. Next item, Renaissance. The recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors approves the agreement with Renaissance for the purchase of assessment and supplemental materials for the 2026-2027 school year for a total cost of $28,310.75. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? All right. Well then, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right. That will pass. Next, the seal of biliteracy. Recommended action coming out of academic affairs and from the administration. The Board of School Directors, upon the recommendation of Academic Affairs, approves the awarding of the Pennsylvania Seal of Biliteracy to eligible Springfield Township High School graduating seniors who meet the requirements established by the Pennsylvania Department of Education, beginning with the class of 2026 and continuing annually thereafter. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions?
Whoops. I'd like to make one comment. I just want to commend, I don't need to do that. I want to commend the students who worked with the administration, showing that they really wanted to bring this to our district, and commend the administration for making that happen for them.
Well said. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? Very good. That will pass. Next, the calendar change. And again, this was a change of a half day, moving from one date to another, allowing for the movement of prom. All right, the recommended action this evening is the Board of School Directors, upon the recommendation of Academic Affairs, approves the attached calendar amendment for the 2026-2027 school year. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? Very good. That will pass. Updated handbooks is the next item, and the recommended action. The Board of School Directors, upon the recommendation of the Academic Affairs Committee, approves the attached 2026-2027 student handbooks for Enfield, Erdenheim, the middle school, and the high school. And the attachments here, including the updates that were reviewed by by Katie Davenport. All right. Are there any comments or questions? All right. Do we have a motion? Thank you. And a second. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right. That will pass. Next, we have updates to the Code of Conduct. The recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors, upon the recommendation of Academic Affairs, approves the attached 2026-2027 K-12 Code of Conduct. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second. Any comments or questions? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right, that will pass. Next item, KidView Incorporated Days Off Proposal. Recommended action this evening. The Board of School Directors approves the KidView Incorporated Days Off Proposal for the 2026-2027 school year as per the attachment. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. All right. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? Hearing none, we'll move to the next item. The addition of an agenda item for consideration this evening. As Dr. Yannicone mentioned at the beginning of the meeting, this is to add a topic to our agenda. The recommended action from the administration. The Board of School Directors approves the addition of an agenda item less than 24 hours prior to the start of the meeting. The reason for adding the proposed board action is that the action relates to a final determination of a student disciplinary matter that was received within 24 hours of the meeting, approval of which cannot be delayed. Is there a motion on this item? Thank you. In a second.
Second.
All right. And thirds and fourths. Any comments or questions on this addition? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? Hearing none, we will add the next item, which is related to a student disciplinary matter. Recommended action this evening. The Board of School Directors approves the proposed resolution for discipline of student number 6917 as attached. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second. Any comments or questions on this item? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? Hearing none, that will wrap that section, and we are going to move on to finance, where we do have a few material items here to review. The first is the resolution of our 2026-2027 final budget. The recommended action for consideration this evening, the Board of School Directors approves the budget resolution for the 2026-2027 school year with an expenditure budget in the amount of $78,144,709, requiring a tax rate of 42.0794 mils, which represents an increase of 1.423 mils or 3.5% over the current tax rate. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second.
Second.
Any comments or questions on the final budget resolution? Very good. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right, budget resolution passes. Next item here is the 2026-2027 Homestead Farmstead Exclusion Resolution. Recommended action. The Board of School Directors approves the 26-27 Homestead and Farmstead Exclusion Resolution as required by Special Session Act 1 of 2006 for eligible taxpayers to receive taxpayer relief funds. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second.
Second.
Any comments or questions on this item? I just had a clarifying question. Under the homestead farmstead exclusion, there's no other action that the school administration needs to take other than responding to requests for this exclusion. There's no administration of this. It's just that we are approving it.
That is correct. Once the approval happens, and the resolution is signed off on, this information will go to the tax collector.
Great.
That information will then be put into the system and it will be calculated onto the bills of the approved homestead, farmstead properties. And so they will see that on their tax bill when it gets mailed July 1st.
Great. So the administration is essentially through the township tax collector.
That is correct.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. All right. We got a motion on this already. Yes, I'm in a second. Yes, and I had a comment. Very good. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? All right, we're good on the homestead farmstead. Next is the published dates for our real estate tax collection. Recommended action this evening. The Board of School Directors approves the following real estate tax collection dates for 2026, 2027. A discount period from July 1st, 2026 to August 31st, 2026. A face period from September 1st, 2026 to November 2nd, 2026. And a penalty period from November 3rd, 2026 to December 31st, 2026. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Thank you. And a second. Any comments or questions on this item? I will ask Ms. Green if you could remind for taxpayers the benefits of the discount period and the downside of the penalty period.
Sure. If you pay within the penalty period, you receive a 2% discount on your tax bill. Face is there's no penalty, no discount, and then the penalty period, you receive a 10% penalty. So we encourage you all to pay your tax bill early and enjoy the 2% discount.
All right. So if folks pay their tax bill between July 1st and August 31st, they will receive a 2% discount on their tax. Excellent. Okay. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? All right. We are good on tax collection dates. Next, the real estate tax installment plan resolution. Recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors approves the 26-27 real estate tax installment plan resolution for the installment payment dates of August 3rd, 2026, September 30th, 2026, and December 1st, 2026. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? All right. Dates are good. Next, the 2026-2027 Senior Citizens Property Tax Rebate. Recommended action from the administration. The Board of School Directors approves the Senior Property Tax Rent Rebate Resolution for the 2026-2027 school year. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions on this item? Very good. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right. Senior Citizens Property Tax Rebate is good. Next item, 2026-2027 Volunteer Firefighters Property Tax and Rent Rebate. Recommended action. The Board of School Directors approves the Volunteer Firefighter Property Tax and Rent Rebate Resolution for the 2026 and 2027 school year. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Great. Any comments or questions?
I just have a quick comment. This is the same rebate we implemented at the beginning last year, correct? That's okay. I just want to make sure my memory wasn't failing me too much.
Very good. Any other comments or questions? All right. Well, on behalf of the board, I will thank our first responders and open this up for voting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right. Volunteer firefighters tax rebate applies. Next, the 2026-2027 student accident insurance renewal. Recommended action. The Board of School Directors approves the 26-27 renewal of the sports and student accident insurance policies from Axis Insurance Company through All Risks LTS as follows. The accident and health coverage at an annual cost of $6,335 and catastrophic accident coverage at an annual cost of $525. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? That will pass. Next item, the 26-27 school district insurance renewal. Recommended action, the Board of School Directors approves the 26-27 school district insurance renewals for a total of $576,198 with the following breakdown. CM Regent at a dollar amount of $456,807. This is for property, commercial general liability, crime, business, auto, and commercial umbrella. Next, American International Group Incorporated for $83,820. This will cover directors and officers. We have Munich RE Group, otherwise known as Hartford, and that's $20,455 for boiler and machinery coverage. And then Ace American, also known as Chubb, $15,116 for cyber security coverage. Is there a motion? Thank you. In a second. Any comments or questions on these items? Okay, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions?
To abstain from this one.
All right, we have one abstention. And Mr. Sultanic, do we need to document reason for abstention?
Pardon me?
Do we need to document reason for abstention?
Yes, you need to document unless the abstention is for a non-conflict of interest reason.
I have a conflict of interest.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have to document it through a memo to the board secretary.
Great. I will send that tomorrow.
Excellent. All right, thank you. All right, so that covers our district insurance renewals. Next, we have two procedural items to give our business administrator the opportunity to work over the summer. First is payment of bills. Recommended action is the Board of School Directors authorizes the business administrator to release payments of bills as they become due and payable over the summer months of 2026. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? Great. That will pass. The next is execution of budget transfers. Recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors authorizes the business administrator to release budget transfers as needed over the summer months of 2026. Is there a motion? And a second. Any comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? All right, budget transfers are good to go. Next, we don't have any policy updates this evening, but we'll move into property. We have a couple of items related to the middle school. First is a change order for JBM Mechanical. Recommended action from the administration. Board of School Directors approves and authorizes the business administrator to execute the change order for JBM Mechanical in the amount of $205,018.83. This is for the Springfield Township Middle School additions and renovations project mechanical room design work. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second.
Second.
Great. Any comments or questions on the change order? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. And any abstentions? All right. The mechanical room change order is good to go. The next change order, also with JBM Mechanical, HVAC air ventilators. Recommended action this evening, the Board of School Directors approves and authorizes the business administrator to execute the change order for JBM Mechanical not to exceed $300,000 for the Springfield Township Middle School addition renovation project HVAC air ventilators. Is there a motion? Thank you. And a second. Any comments or questions on this change order?
Can I ask a question? And directed to the superintendent and the business administrator, just for purposes of the public and full transparency. Dr. Yannicone, I think this is what you were talking about before at the beginning of the meeting about it not affecting the overall number or rather affecting a little bit the overall number of allowances. If you could clarify that, that would be helpful.
Sure. So there is a contingency fund within the authorized total cost of the middle school project. And then there's an allowances fund. And we have significant funding, over $750,000 left in the contingency and allowances fund combined, assuming approval of this second change order this evening. So we're still within budget, well within budget, relative to what the board approved at the front end.
Even with this change order, we're
Even
still
with this
on
change
budget.
order.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Those dollar figures are built into the budget in order to allow us to continue to work. Is there anything else, Ms. Green, you would add to that?
No, just the reason for the formal motion is that it is changing the approved contract that was originally approved for JBM. So the change order has to be formally approved by the board, but there were funds built into the overall budget of the project that allows for us to absorb this cost without looking for new funds, new money.
Changing the overall number.
That is correct.
Very good.
It's in a contingency fund, right?
Yes.
Right, very helpful. Any other comments or questions? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Any abstentions? All right, that will pass. Well, that went faster than expected. We are now at public comment on non-agenda items. Mr. Needleman.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Bedard. At this time, we'll take comment on non-agenda items from members of the public. I do not see that anyone who is joining us in person has signed up to speak, so I'll look to speak to people who are joining us online to see if they wish to speak. I'll ask the folks joining us online, if you do want to speak, please raise a digital hand, but it's easy for me to say. And I just want to remind everybody that we do have a 3-minute time limit on your comment, and I'll just ask that at the beginning of your comment, you let us know where you live in the district. And I don't see any hands raised, nor folks joining us in person wanting to speak, so I'll turn it back over to you. Thank you, Mr. Bedard.
All right, thank you, Mr. Needleman. A couple of announcements. We do have some future board meetings already on the calendar for next year. Our first is an interim board meeting, and that is tentative, scheduled for Tuesday, August 4th, 2026. We will continue, as tradition has it, to hold these meetings hybrid. We enjoy having you online. We enjoy having you in person. Our next regular board meeting will be Tuesday, August 18th, 2026, also hybrid. But please do consider joining us here at the high school library. We have no future committee meeting dates on the calendar. They will all be to be determined and updated. You'll either hear about them in August, or you can find updates on the school district website. But we don't anticipate any scheduled before the next board meeting, correct? Okay. So we'll have updates at our next board meeting as well. All right. Just want to open it up to the board members for any closing comments at the end of a successful school year. All right, well then I will speak for the board. I think a successful school year is when we feel that we've lived this mission to educate and develop all students as learner citizens who are high achieving, resilient, and responsible in a changing global community. I think we would all agree that the global community is changing. But I'm really proud of this school district, not just in the academic achievement, but we talked about before how our students feel connected and belong in the school, extremely high participation rates in extracurricular activities in music and arts and clubs and sports. And for a school district as small as we are, I think pound for pound, we do really well on a large statewide, nationwide, when you look at the data. So I feel really good about the work of the district this year and proud to be a small part. Thank you to everyone in the community for supporting the district and the administration, and have a great summer. Dr. Yannicka?
Can I just add one thing?
Please.
Sorry. I
Yes.
just also wanted to thank Jeff and Mike for leading us on the board. I know you do a lot of extra work that is not visible to everyone else. You have a lot more meetings with Dr. Yannicone and really help guide us and educate us on different things. So I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Thank you.
For the year.
Thank you. Dr. Yannicka, last word is yours.
Thanks, Mr. Bedard. I want to echo what Ms. Bell just said. I wanted to thank the entire board for your service and leadership. I wanted to thank Mr. Sultanic for advising services. It's very important to us as a community that we have the strong support of the entire school board. I also want to thank the community for all of your engagement and support this year. I do think we've had a very successful year and our students are thriving. And I also want to remind the community that if questions arise over the summer, our administrative team is at work all through the summer months. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have a question or a concern. Don't wait for the middle of August. We're happy to answer questions as they arise. And thanks again. Have a great summer.
All right, thank you. Meeting adjourned.